Did you just notice that, how smooth that transition was? That was like silk, wasn't it? Gosh, like silk. Good evening, Twitch! My name's Jessica Rowbottom. I'm the single sole member of the band called The Bleeding Obvious, in the same way that wondering makes a round, one aeroplane makes an airline. Hello, Mum. Hello, Dad. You know that girl you thought you had? The girl's a boy, but don't feel bad. His happiness should make you glad. I was born this way. Born what way? Am I bi or straight or gay? Pendulums swing both ways. Where will I end up today? 'Cause life is never quite as straight as it seems. When you've worked it out, then you switch teams. So many labels, so many terms. The more you look, the deeper it turns. LGBTQIA, situational fluidity. I'm a demisexual, pan-romantic, polyamorous, androgyne. Sitting in the middle of the gradient line, I'm an LGBT Frankenstein. Life is never quite as straight as it seems. When you've worked it out, then you switch teams. So come on, let's see. What might there be to label someone like me? Well, there's lesbian and gay and bisexual and queer, pangender, transgender, demigender, androgyne, transsexual, two-spirited, andro, new-twa, illicit gender, xenogender, aporogender, quad, bigender, aliagender, agender, intersex. Or maybe I'm just questioning genderqueer. Where does that fit on the Kinsey scale? Or the Klein sexual orientation grid? Maybe I'm just straight after all. I don't think so. Life is never quite as straight as it seems. When you've worked it out, then you switch teams. Life is never quite as straight as it seems. When you've worked it out, then you switch teams. And is it even a choice any of us can make anyway? Goodness gracious me! Gosh! You know, for how 5 people out there, they make an awful lot of noise, and it's most welcome, because normally one of the things that we have in the streams, of course, is you sort of sing into the void, and you don't get any audience feedback. And this is absolutely wonderful. So thank you very much, Wharf Chambers, for doing this. You folks have been absolutely stellar. Like I said in the intro, my name's Jessica Rowbottom. I'm the single sole member of the band called The Bleeding Obvious. And I write songs about being queer. I toured a show a while back called Rainbow Heart that was about coming out and searching for your identity. And of course, when you're coming out, by the very act of coming out, you're telling people, you're talking to people, you're telling people what you think you might be. Oh, certainly what you are if you've been that sure. And it tends to eat you up inside. You get lots of people saying things to you, don't you? You get lots of people saying daft things. But ultimately, it builds up inside. And you can feel yourself building up to this. You can feel yourself inside like a pressure cooker, cartoon pressure cooker. Think of Tom and Jerry. You know, he's got the explosion, he's got the fingers in his ear. So who's the first person you're going to come out to? You plan it. You think, gosh. And the actress and studio magnate Lucille Ball, she said, it's better to have done something, regretted something you've done than something you haven't. And so it eats away at you. Oh yeah. So who's the first person you're going to come out to? Your mum? Your granddad? Your goldfish? Me? It was a lady on a park bench.
10.
At a music festival.
8. 7. 6.
Totally unplanned. But it was in there.
3, 2, 1.
And sooner or later, I knew I'd tell somebody. And that was it. I was out. Now what? I'm going over the top. I'm at the summit and I just can't stop. I'm going over the top. Getting ready for that sudden drop. Of course, people say very strange things to you when you come out, such as,
You're just doing this because it's cool.
that's pretty much a standard.
How did you decide?
Oh, that's easy. Scratch card, 3 lesbians in a row.
Does that mean you fancy me?
Fancy everybody the same gender as me down, sweetheart. It sort of comes with the
Are you
territory.
sure it's not just a phase?
Oh God, you get this a lot. It really is not just a phase.
Do you, like, get a uniform or something?
No, you've got to be operating lesbian level 11 for the dungarees. All those words, all that you say, reactions, expectations, disbelief in a heartfelt way. All those words, what do you say? Reactions, expectations, in a heartfelt way. So what's the worst thing you can say to somebody who's just come out, apart from, obviously, I disown you? Well, in my opinion, the worst thing you can say is, we always knew. Because it's like you were hiding in plain sight. Everybody else was in on the joke apart from me. Don't take our moment. Some of us have built up our entire lives to this. But before you know it, here it comes again.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe you're just confused.
No, you're the confused one. Thank you. So we come out, don't you? And you know, lots of stuff happens. You know, you might suddenly decide. You know, your best friends might suddenly feel quite threatened. That happens. Or your mum and your dad might say, "Oh, this is brilliant. It's fantastic. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. Let's have a coming out party. Oh, we've got rainbows and unicorns. Oh my God, you'll want rainbows. You'll want to go to Pride. You would, and then your mates will come back and go, oh my God, I've got a gay best friend. Bloody hell. People react in different ways, don't they? One of the things I've noticed is going on at the moment is that people say, it's all right by me. Don't they? They say it's all right by me, as though they're giving you permission. But your permission is not required. Acknowledgement would be nice. Recognition is essential for me to live my life. Your agreement is not needed. Understanding would be good. Comprehension's not a given. To recognise my womanhood. My biology's not your business, but still you scrutinise. Decide whether I'm pink or blue based on what's between my thighs. Your reasoning is flawed, 'cause it's not so black and white. My gender, my identity, they're my basic human rights. But the sermons of hate come thick and fast. A second wave debate pulled from the past. Gender critical, political class. I find your misogynist arguments crass. So next time that you lie down in front of the parade, or post offensive stickers, or shout offensive names, when I next need the bathroom, and let's face it, we all do, I'd like to not get attacked again, 'cause I need to go to the loo. And let's face it, we all need to go to the loo. One for Baroness Nicholson there. Of course, lots of, people say all sorts of things, but then the first time you go to the pub and people have heard you, they've heard about what's gone on. It all becomes a scandal, doesn't it? And folks don't know how to react. I mean, some know, some know how to react. They act by, they react by deciding that, they want to put their hand on your leg and all this kind of thing. The first time I went off to the pub after coming out, and, frankly, I was a bit of a gender mess, but the first time I went out, I came across I came across an old friend of mine, and he looked straight through me. He recognised me. You got that little split second of it, and it was as though I'd died. It was honestly as though I'd died. This is a song for them, and it's called "Baby, I'm Not Dead Yet." It's something different when people think you've died and mourn your life before. The strangest feeling to live in the past tense and not be called no more. I'm not a zombie, a spectre of regret, 'cause baby, I'm not dead yet. Not 6 feet under, the grave remains unlet, and baby, I'm not dead yet. I'm still walking and talking, I get blanked every day. I think I'm pretty strong. We're always there for you, the mantra from those friends, invisible and gone. Don't write me off, babe, the funeral's not been set, 'cause baby, I'm not dead yet. I sit here alive and well, as good as you can get, and baby, I'm not dead yet. baby. I'm not dead yet. I did not die. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm going to introduce, this is Sven. And somebody always has to do it. Kid you not, I did a Pride a couple of years ago and I went, hey, this is Sven. And about 3,000 people all went in unison. Hello, Sven. Sven has his own fan club on Facebook, by the way. So, I do not run said fan club. I would like to point this out. So anyway, yeah, I was out and all this kind of thing, and this big hot mess of gender imbalances and everything. And it wasn't until I went down to Lower Briggate in Leeds, a place which is sorely missed at the moment in lockdown, very sorely missed. My wife and I both keep saying we'd love to be able to just go and dance in Viaduct, dance in Smokestack, all these kind of places. We just have to be patient, don't we? We just have to be patient. We're being told by Wing Commander Fluffhead. Blessed be the regulations, etc., etc. It's for our own safety, as my mother said one day as she took a sandwich off me when I was poking myself in the eye with it. So, that's actually a true story. But Mum, it's a sandwich. Where was I? Oh yeah, Lower Briggate. And so I was in Viaduct, and I was this hot mess of gender imbalances, and I had this sort of epiphany. This absolute epiphany. Where I realised, well, I'm a woman who likes other women. But I've got this gender pendulum, as we've heard. Therefore, genderqueer lesbian. That sort of worked, and I suddenly found myself my label. She stands on the edge of the scene, watching the stage and the drag queens melt in the background of the bar. Time for someone else to be the star. No need to feel abandoned, dancing slowly to the disco beats. No need to get much closer. Keep your distance, bask in the heat. She sips her rum and coke, remembers the day she was in on the joke. Built the walls, hide within, must be happy in her skin. No longer the talk of the party, curious questions on constant repeat. Stay away from arms of strangers, nothing more than a peck on the cheek. On the edges, watching from the shadows, like a wallflower. On the sidelines, searching for the borders, like a wallflower. On the edges, watching from the shadows, like a wallflower. On the sidelines, searching for the borders, like a wallflower. Like a wallflower. Like a wallflower. So Anyway, that was my coming out story. After that, I decided I was going to go dating. Oh my goodness, dating while genderqueer is an absolute trash fire. You know, you go out, I went on to OkCupid. That was the first mistake. It was like opening this fire hose of arseholes. You know, the people who wanted the magic third in their relationship. You know, the people who wanted to know what was between your legs. The people who were like, oh, I'm curious. Okay, of course you're curious, love. Anyway, I went on some dates. I went on quite a few dates actually, and played the field, as they say. And it became common to have this experience of being ghosted. And you'd phone up.
Hiya, thanks for calling. Sorry I'm not here right now. I'll call you back when I'm a bit less busy. Bye.
When I saw you, I liked your split skirt with the thigh boots. You're making me flirt. Jokes in bad taste, they made me smile. Tossed your hair back with panache and style. Asked you on a date. You liked your drinks long, with the jukebox playing your song. You liked my shoes, I liked the dress you wore before we danced. Before the bittersweet goodbye. Bittersweet goodbye. Got back to your place, we got it going on. Kissing upstairs, roommate wanted me gone. Asked me to leave, I think I got your number. But when I called you, it was a bittersweet goodbye. Bittersweet goodbye. It was a bittersweet goodbye. Bittersweet goodbye. Got back home last night, messages, one new. Found a girl you'd liked and now we're through. Life is empty, I don't know where to go. I tried to find you, your profile's down low. Your profile's down so low. Your profile's down low. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Thank you. True story, that, you know. This is also a true story. We are still in the depths of Me Too. And, you know, the fact that people get, you know, women, genderqueer, everybody is getting abused, but principally we've still got this whole patriarchal thing about owning people. And one of the things that happened when I came out was that I had friends who would suddenly put their hands on my leg. I had several men try and snog me. You know, friends, just friends. But they tried. They didn't get very far. I think one of them's managed to get his sight back now. But some of us don't have that luxury, do we? So here is actually another true story. You know you got caught out, you knew what it's about, see your eyes, they never lie. One night there were more, 2 nights keeping score, something else to probably deny. Crosswords on the stairs, said you didn't care, wished we didn't have to always fight. Such an atmosphere, I gotta disappear, turn the key and drive into the night. It's been 1 year since I closed the door, 2 years of civil war, 3 years of trying to get along. 4 years I cried at night, 5 years every night, moving on. I'll wear my makeup how I want, wear whatever the hell I want. I don't need your approval or your shame. Need to take a break, I got plans to make, no one but you to take the blame. Can't tell you all my feelings cause you'd know that they were true. I can't talk about your secrets, I know what it'll do. Such an atmosphere, I gotta disappear, turn the key and dance into the night. It's been 1 year since I closed the door, 2 years of civil war, 3 years of trying to get along. 4 years I cried at night, 5 years every night, moving on. And we all suffer for the love you lost, the bad decisions, the heavy cost. In another life you did the crime, but in this life I do the time. But I'm not giving you the satisfaction of having your hold on me. And all you'll ever be is a footnote in my history. Of course, we're finding ourselves in lockdown, and there's still so many people who are trapped in that middle ground, that abusive relationship and can't escape, or don't feel they can escape. But, you know, you do have the strength, really. I'm sure somebody's watching. You do have the strength. Here's a song about finding happiness in the end. And it's about being a monogamous lesbian. Sitting in a bar near Soho Square, boy meets girl, confident air, buys a drink and that's where it ends. Gotta get going, no time for boyfriends. I know where I'd rather be, lying together, you and me. Cause there's plenty of guys around the world, plenty of guys, I'm a one-girl girl. Plenty of guys around the world, plenty of guys, I'm a one-girl girl. Strolling down the street, everyone I meet, boy meets girl, that's kinda sweet. Me, I ain't got time for no guys. Relations like that don't give me butterflies. I know where I'd rather be, lying together, you and me. 'Cause there's plenty of guys around the world, and you know me, I'm a one-girl girl. There's plenty of guys around the world, and you know me, I'm a one-girl girl. Sven's back. And there's plenty of dudes, if you know what I mean. But I don't dig that kind of scene. 'Cause there's plenty of guys around the world, and you know me, I'm a one-girl girl. There's plenty of guys around the world, and you know me, I'm a one-girl girl. A one-girl girl. Who's your one-girl girl? Uh-huh. Join in if you know it. Plenty of guys around the world, and you know me, I'm a one-girl girl. There's plenty of guys around the world, and you know me, I'm a one-girl girl. Hooray! Oh goodness, you find happiness in the end. So, well, some people do, don't we? And I'm going to raise this lovely glass of delicious tap water to my wife, who is out there, actually in the studio audience today. I say studio audience. They sound bigger than they are. Please don't come in and find us. It's actually true. Okay. So after I'd found romance, I really wanted to go out and go to Pride's. Because, you know, I was born in the 70s. I grew up in the 80s. Hard to know with this wonderful complexion. But I grew up in an era of another pandemic. I grew up in the era of another pandemic and lots of people trying to quieten it down. I grew up in the shadow of 28, not much hope, lot of hate, desperate to emancipate what we felt inside. The songs we heard kept us alive, glad to be gay and I will survive. Dance floor in a seedy dive, drag queens on the mic. Take my hand and march along, together we are strong. Oh, hey, oh, we'll keep our rainbows flying here. Oh, hey, oh, your bigotry's not welcome, dear. Oh, hey, oh, I'm gonna wear my colours with pride. The red top rags and the figureheads condemned the sick and outed the dead. As the epidemic quickly spread, we were terrified. In playgrounds we dodged abuse from teenage bullies on the loose. Freedom for the right to choose kept us unified. Take my hand and march along, together we are strong. Oh, hey, oh, we'll keep our rainbows flying here. Oh, hey, oh, your bigotry's not welcome, dear. Oh, hey, oh, I'm gonna wear my colours with pride. And decades on we face the same as politicians take their aim. Cowards hide behind fake names encouraged by the right. Celebrities who sermonize, hypocrites who moralize. Once again we'll see lies, we're dancing side by side. Take my hand and march along, together we are strong. Oh, hey, oh, we'll keep our rainbows flying here. oh, your bigotry's not welcome, dear. Oh, I'm gonna wear my colours. I'm gonna wear my colours with pride. I'm wearing my colours with pride. Come on now, wear your colours with pride. It's been an interesting year for Prides, hasn't it? One of the really good things. Okay, so we're not marching through the centre of Leeds and Manchester and London and what have you, waving those colours. But the virtual Prides that have taken place these past 12 months have been absolutely crucial in getting the message to people who can't attend Prides, because it's not safe for them to do so, or they're not out of the closet. So those people out there, we got the message to them. And I think that's just as important as waving our flags as we walk through town. However, back when we were doing Prides, you get a lot of straight people coming to Prides, don't you? And it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I love straight people. Some of my best friends are straight people, and you know, it's nice that they can hold hands in public. It's really lovely that they can have civil partnerships now. But the first Pride that I went to, the first big one, was probably about 12 years ago. And I remember overhearing somebody saying, "Oh, you can tell the ones that aren't gay because they can't dance." And to that I say, I can't dance, and I don't bloody care. Sequin dress and stilettos, pants people had the moves. I got scars of years gone by, but I'm still singing the same tunes. I fancy this, she fancies that, don't give us second thoughts. Come and have a dance sometime, let's see what you got. Did my confidence disturb you as I sashayed across the floor? I've been through battles and wars and more, but I ain't keeping score. I'll stand up and be counted, balls to them all, 'cause no one needs to have your back when your back's against the wall. So you say that I can't dance? Well, I don't care. You tell me I can't dance? Well, I don't care. Ain't holding out for a hero, 'cause sweetheart, I'm my own. Tell me I can't carry on, well, baby, your cover's blown. Oh yeah, 'cause you're an ally, 'cause you're curious who I'm kissing. Well, I'm here to remind you just what you could be missing. When seduced by glitter and rainbows, well, the queers know where it's at. But I'm not your turned to fantasy, and you won't bell this cat. And I know it's complicated, and I'm a paradox. But hella, baby, I might be broken, but I'm a total fox. And you say that I can't dance? Well, I don't care. You tell me I can't dance? Well, I don't care. I'm having fun, I ain't sorry, whatever you might think. When you're turning up at Pride and you're pretending that you're pink, your privilege is showing through the thin veneer. But I see people of your vintage around here every year, when you're standing on the sidelines, caught up in the cheers. Or did I hear that wrong, and was it actually a sneer? And I might not fit your ideals and what your cliches say, but screw your expectations. I'm proud this way. So you say that I can't dance? Well, I don't care. You tell me I can't dance? Well, I don't care. So, this is a song that I've written for album 3 that has yet to see the light of day. And to be fair, this is an acoustic version. There is a banging disco version. And of course, it goes into this really, really good banging disco breakdown right now, which with me on a piano doesn't happen. So I tend to get a bit lost around it. Let's see if we can get kicked off Twitch with a cover, shall we? Ooh, I feel love, I feel love, I feel love, I feel love, I feel love. Maybe. Maybe not, eh? I know what we'll do. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want to be able to leave this country and go to a place where I know that I can hold hands with my wife in the street and I won't get catcalled or worse. I want to be able to order a hotel bedroom for my wife and I where we don't get a twin bed because they think we might be sisters. I'd quite like to maybe go to one of the 16 different countries in the world where homosexuality is still punishable by death. Come to think of it, it'd be really nice, actually, if I could go to Scarborough or somewhere like that and walk across the seafront without some yokel in a Vauxhall Corsa winding down his window and going, "Chuffing lesers!" Because lesbian recognition is probably the only GCSE you got. So you say that I can't dance? Well, I don't care. Thank you. And so we are at my final song. My hour is nigh, as they say. And before we go into this, I want to just put a little shout out there because we've got all these people who are closeted. We are stuck. We are in the middle. We are living in each other's pockets, unable to go out, unable to go to the pub, unable to do anything like that. And I realise this is a necessity, but for a lot of it, it's bloody difficult. This is a song that I usually end my set on, and it's a rallying cry to everybody out there who's struggling. I've yet to meet a person who hadn't been beat by something someone did or said. There will be happy times ahead. Sometimes it don't work out. You want to scream and shout where it's easy to be you. Then life would be so untrue. Take each day at a time. Soon the sun will shine. There's a hill you need to climb. One foot in front of the other. Take each day at a time. Soon the sun will shine, life won't always be sublime. One foot in front of the other. I've yet to learn of someone who didn't U-turn collateral along the road in a manic depressive episode. When it don't check out, stop, work it out, perhaps out of the blue. They'll see a different side of you and take each day at a time. Soon the sun will shine, there's a hill you need to climb. One foot in front of the other, take each day at a time. You know the sun will shine, life won't always be sublime. One foot in front of the other. And so that's it, we're at the end. This is the Jerry Springer moment, where I sit on the stairs and talk about everything we've learned. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say the world is getting better. American rights for LGBT people were restored 48 hours ago. We will not go into that night. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take each day at a time. Soon the sun will shine. There's a hill you need to climb. One foot in front of the other. Take each day at a time. You know the sun will shine. Life won't always be sublime. One foot in front of the other and take each day at a time. Take each day at a time. and life is never quite as straight as it seems. My name's Jessica Rowbottom. I'm the single sole member of the Bleeding Obvious. Please do go follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, all that. I'm on all these sorts of things. There's albums out there. Please do come and see a show when we still can. When we actually can be in a venue. If you want to follow me on other things, I'm sure I'm lots of other things. You can even follow me home, actually. Follow me home. Come and sit in my front garden. I'll make you a socially distanced cup of tea and give you a 10-minute lead time before I call the police. Thank you very much, Wharf Chambers. Thank you very much to the staff here who have been absolutely bloody brilliant for lending me this gorgeous stage. And good luck to everybody else. You're in good hands with these chaps. It's going to be brilliant. I'll stop wittering now. Thank you very much and good night.